I will tell you about Python templates. If you will look at all Python templates libraries, you will see that all of them follow some guidelines. So what is this guidelines? Let's take a look. So first, you need to make your own template loaders, never using something that already is in Python. Don't use any elements of Python. Reinvent your programming language, make it dumb, silly, and annoying. Don't let people use functions. You will do it anyway, but hide them and don't name it as functions. Don't make your template engine compatible with any other template library. And don't help to generate HTML. It always text. We generate text. So template loading. So filters. What's filters? It's just functions. Functions that have a wired syntax to call. You have first operand on the left and other operands on the right. Don't know why you need this. No. Markers. Ginger do have markers. Markers is just a function. It looks like function and it is function. Includes. Every your template, actually when it loaded, is just a function. So, interoperability. Imagine you find new template libraries that faster, better. We want to implement it Rails way. Gem install, use. Because all Rails template systems compatible with ActiveView and they all interchangeable. Python way. Python way is super. You need to suffer in Python because no Python templates are compatible. But you can break rules sometimes. Fuck these guidelines. Let's write new template library. Use Python, import machine-edited load templates. Use functions, name it as functions, and call it like functions. And help to generate HTML. And play nice at least with one other template engine. So it's backslump. As you see, it's like Slim, Jade, or something. How HTML body about you need not close tags. Oops. If you need something, a function, just define function. If you want to use it, just use it. If you need to load template, just import it. Call it. If you want to play with Ginger, extend Ginger template, and with include you can include Ginger template in your backslump template. So that's all. Thank you.
Okay, so I have 2 minutes left, right?
Yeah, around that.
Okay, guys, Cerberus in 5 minutes. It's gonna be hard. So, what is Cerberus? Is a data validation library for Python, validation for humans. It is very lightweight, it is extensible, and it is standalone. It has no dependencies. You can go to the website, you see the URL there, and it works on all Pythons. And here is an example of the usage. You import the validator object, you define your schema. For example, the field, this document has one field name of type string, and then you instantiate your validator with the schema. And then you pass a document to the validator will validate the document, of course, against the schema. Very simple, very easy. And this passed validation, yeah. And errors, in this case we have a slightly different schema. Age is an integer with a minimum value of 10. Since they don't know what's wrong in the document, it's not blocking, so if you have multiple errors on the same document, you get a list of errors actually. And in this case, it's showing that unknown fields like sex in this case are rejected by default, unknown field. And you can anyway decide that unknown fields are allowed by using allow noun to true, setting allow noun to true. And you can also define a schema for unknown fields. So in this case, all unknown fields need to be strings, otherwise they will be rejected. And here we use the coerce rule, and what it does is when you normalize the document, you get the type of the document is a string. Actually, amount, you see it is a string, but instead of getting an error back, you get a normalized version of the document where amount is now an integer because you pass the function to it. And here we are using some YAML. Of course, it's a little trick because you can use YAML, you just load it as a dictionary and you can validate YAML as well. Validation rules, so real quick, we already saw the type validation rule. The nice thing is that you can also provide a list of types, so these fields can be both a string or a list. And yeah, here quotes is a string, here it is a list of strings, and both validate to true because of that rule. You can use regex, like in this example, you can validate an email field, for example, real quick. Here you see a good email, and here you see an email which sucks, and you get the error that you want. You can set allowed values for the field, like in this case the role can be agent, client or supplier. So if a new role is sent to the document, it is rejected by your validator. Now the whole point of this is that you can use everybody does validation. You probably don't, you know that you have to do validation at some point in your workflow, so you might want to use Cerberus for doing that because it is really easy to use. In this case we have dependencies, so field 2 is not required, but if there is a field 2, there ought to be a field 1 as well. So in this case you see that field 1 is accepted, field 2 is rejected, because field 2 needs field 1 as well. There are more rules, I'm not going into this, but you can use exclude rule. You can validate sub-documents, like in this case, a dictionary, and you can define a schema for the dictionary and your field. And what is interesting to me is that with lists, you can have define the type of the values in the list, but you can also have a list of documents, and in this case you can validate the individual documents. So you can have, for example, rows, which is a list of dictionaries, and you validate the dictionaries within the list. Okay, I'm done, I believe. There are a lot of more rules. I just want to show you the library. If you want to look it up, go to Cerberus, Python cerberus.org, and I guess that's how many seconds you can all read real fast, right? And yeah, it is being used all over the world by very nice company, like this guy here, somebody probably knows him. Vincent is a friend of mine, he's also the author of Gitflow if you use it. So yeah, use Cerberus if you want to. If you don't want, try it and then kick it away. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Okay. Hello. Okay, I did a slide just in a break, so please indulge me. I'm gonna ask you to fix your decorators, because who has ever written a decorator like this? Like a closure with star arcs, dark. One person will admit it. I'm sure there are many people who did that. So this potentially breaks your software. Why? So let's apply this decorator to a function, and this is way too high. Can we decorate it a little bit down?
Yes,
Because I put everything on the top of the slides, because usually the problem at Peterby is people cannot read the code at the bottom. So this is about the same as writing add dec. It's just because I want to retain the f. I don't want to overwrite it. Now, if we use the inspect module, what do we get? You can read it, but you can believe me that if you do introspection on the decorated function, you get a very, very different result than on the original function. And all the metadata is lost. For example, this in Python 3 means that you're taking only keyword only arguments. This is all lost. Here it is still there. Y is none. Here all is left is var args A and var keyword. So in Python 3.5, and if you use the functional wraps, it kind of works because it has a new function. The function is not new in Python 3.5, but it has a new option. So on the outside it looks good, but if you change this function called follow wrapped, it breaks again. So basically they've added a way to handle the metadata that's added by wraps, but the function is still broken by the decorator. It behaves in a different way in production. And there are even more problems than just the signature. There's also things like when you decorate methods, then the binding to the instance gets lost, and so on and so on. It's worthy of fully fledged talk, and actually is one, not by me, but by Graham Dumpleton. And to just give you one example when this is really painful, because that hit me recently, if you're using pyramid, you get an explicit request object passed in. Pyramid looks at your function definition, and if you take more than one argument, you also get the context. So I've applied a third-party decorator, which was not written by me, and suddenly I started getting more arguments that I could handle, and everything just broke down, and I was confused for a while. So this is kind of bad. Now there are solutions. I will start with the good one, which is the wrapped module. This has much more functionality than just decorators, as you can tell. It's basically done for writing well-behaved, transparent proxies. Now, this is how you use it for decorators. The instance is actually, if you are decorating methods, then you get the instance it's bound to, which is really cool. This is how you properly. There's another, and the proof it works, even if you pass follow wrapped false. Now, there's another one that's a bit older and popular, which is called decorator, where there you define your function outside, and you just call to decorate from the package. It kind of solves the problem. At least this retains your function signature, so that's a win. It has other problems, but if you use at least that's already pretty well. If you want to know more about what your decorators are breaking, there's a great blog post from Graham Dumpleton. And again, using decorator is good, but using wrapped is better. Thank you.
Я приехал в Питер, потому что читер. Вот. А кто пользуется Телеграммом? О, отлично. О, супер. А кто ботами пользуется? Во, отлично, я знаю, кого ему сказать. Ну, в общем, когда, соответственно, появилась платформа Telegram, когда появилась возможность писать ботов, боты в питоне, первые боты в питоне, которые я видел, это были боты с запросами, это было очень неудобно, поэтому сейчас я хочу рассказать про написание ботов уже с учетом существующей готовой библиотеки. Сейчас я попробую. Вот, сначала, чтобы иметь бота, нам нужно его зарегистрировать. Да, я вчера зарегистрировал бота Питер Пай 3, сейчас он активно крутится на том ноутбуке, можно подключиться, потыкать. Вот, сначала мы обращаемся к боту, главному боту всех ботов, бот-фазер, создаем новый бот, там все очень подробно написано, мы можем ему задать картинку, описание, что он умеет делать, но посмотрим, что с функционалом. Самый простой бот, который умеет только повторять. Мы ему что-то пишем, он нам отвечает ровно то же самое. Самая главная функция, да, токен валидный, так что... Понятно, да. Да, можно вспомнить. Вот, соответственно, функция listener, которая слушает поток и проверяет стек, скорее всего, стек сообщений. Почему я думаю, что стек? Потому что когда мы вот неактивны, мы отправляем кучу сообщений, и как только бот запускается, он начинает отвечать на все в порядке их поступления. Значит, то если это у нас текст, то возвращает сообщение текстовое. Тип может быть сообщение текстовое, аудио, картинка, документ. Вот, и дальше, собственно, мы просто создаем бота, который слушает. Строчка point отвечает за то, что даже если у нас что-то происходит, ну, non-stop отвечает за то, что если у нас что-то происходит с ошибкой, он продолжает выполняться. Собственно, одна из самых прикольных фич, на мой взгляд, это кастомная клавиатура. Она создается очень просто. Я приехал в Питер, потому что читер. Вот. А кто пользуется телеграммом? О, отлично. О, супер. А кто ботами пользуется? Во, отлично, я знаю, кого я сказать. Ну, в общем, когда, соответственно, появилась платформа Telegram, когда появилась возможность писать ботов, боты в питоне, первые боты в питоне, которые я видел, это были боты с запросами, это было очень неудобно, поэтому сейчас я хочу рассказать про написание ботов уже с учетом существующей готовой библиотеки. Сейчас я попробую. Вот, сначала, чтобы иметь бота, нам нужно его зарегистрировать. Да, я вчера зарегистрировал бота Питер Пай 3, сейчас он активно крутится на том ноутбуке, можно подключиться, потыкать. Вот, сначала мы обращаемся к боту, главному боту всех ботов, bot-fuzzer, создаем новый бот, там все очень подробно написано, мы можем ему задать картинку, описание, что он умеет делать, но посмотрим, что с функционалом. Самый простой бот, который умеет только повторять. Мы ему что-то пишем, он нам отвечает ровно то же самое. Самая главная функция, да, токен валидный, так что... Понятно, да. Да, можно спрятать. Вот, соответственно, функция listener, которая слушает поток и проверяет стек, скорее всего, стек сообщений. Почему я думаю, что стек? Потому что когда мы бот неактивный, мы отправляем кучу сообщений, и как только бот запускается, он начинает отвечать на все в порядке их поступления. Значит, то если это у нас текст, то возвращает сообщение текстовое. Тип может быть сообщение текстовое, аудио, картинка, документ. Вот, и дальше, собственно, мы просто создаем бота, который слушает. Строчка point отвечает за то, что даже если у нас что-то происходит, ну, non-stop отвечает за то, что если у нас что-то происходит с ошибкой, он продолжает выполняться. Собственно, одна из самых прикольных фич, на мой взгляд, это кастомная клавиатура. Она создается очень просто. Интересно, что мы ее можем использовать не для конкретного бота, а для конкретного случая в данном боте. То есть, если у нас такая ситуация, мы используем такую клавиатуру, и если у нас другая ситуация, мы можем использовать другую клавиатуру. Если мы пишем бот на маке в среде, например, picharm, можно использовать еще смайлики в качестве подачи значения клавиатуры. И, соответственно, можно использовать еще другие функции. Вот. Нужно сказать, что сейчас Павел Дуров объявил, что будет $1 000 000 приз тому, кто напишет самый крутой бот в Telegram. Конкурс идет до конца года. Я не работаю на Павла Дурова, к сожалению. Вот. Но единственное, вот 3 условия такие должны быть. Поэтому я думаю, что, может быть, кто захочет поучаствовать. Я вам всем желаю удачи и спасибо за внимание.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrei. I'm a developer of PyCharm. It's an IDE for Python. And today I would like to give you an update about type hints. Some of you may have been at the talk by Grigory Petrov about type hints, PEP 484. And I've been contributing to this PEP because we are interested in providing better code completion and code analysis in PyCharm. Basically, I would like to give you a heads up on what's going on in the community related to static code analysis in Python and about type hints. One of the things that is currently very hot is compatibility between Python 2 and Python 3. Type hints are available syntactically only in Python 3, but there is a new proposal that extends PEP about type hints, about adding type hint annotations as comments in your Python 2 code. We hope it will simplify the way you port your code from Python 2 to Python 2+3 to Python 3 eventually. Another interesting thing is that tools starting to pick up this PEP 484 proposal, and there is a plan in the PyLint community, the famous linter for Python. They are going to support type hints later this year, or maybe in the beginning of the next year. So that's great for those of you who don't use an IDE and rely on editors like Vim, Emacs, or something like that. Another interesting thing is that there are some proposals about adding additional syntax and syntactic improvements in Python 3.6 or maybe 3.7 related to type hints. Some of you know that when you are referring to the class from the body of the same class, you have to use quotes, strings, for your type hints, and there is a proposal to switch to a new semantics for type hints that will allow to write them more cleanly. Another proposal is to add a new syntax for annotating variables and fields that would be native for Python, because currently you have to use type comments. That's basically it. If you are interested in type hints or anything related to code analysis, please reach me via internet, or I'm here tonight. I'm willing to talk to you about this stuff. You can find me on the internet by googling PyCharm and Andrei. I hope that would be enough for finding me. So thanks for your attention.
Всем привет, я коротенько буквально скажу по-русски. Светит как-то. Мне интересно, есть кто-нибудь из Сибири здесь присутствующий? Вот. Есть немного. Вот. Хорошо. Я вообще из города Красноярска, и мы хотим сделать у нас в Красноярске конфу по Python. Вот. Мы еще пока как-то думаем, как это лучше сделать, поэтому если у кого-то есть какие-то мысли, пожелания, может быть, организаторы смогут поделиться своим опытом, рассказать, как можно быстро создать комьюнити, как развивать Python-сообщество, я был бы очень рад поговорить по этому поводу, так что подходите ко мне и рассказывайте. Спасибо!
Thank you, Dan, for the short talk on Siberian Python community. For those who cannot understand Russian by any reason. Actually, I wrote my name there. I wanted to invite all of you as you come here and you know how to visit our city. I want to invite you to our St. Petersburg Python interest group. We are on internet at spbpython.guru. This is the domain name. And we have Google Plus page and a very active community in the Telegram chat. So welcome, and we are looking forward to see you on our meetups. That is going monthly, and we are giving talks and drinking beer in the several days. Yeah, thank you.